So the extraction of zinc from zinc blende. So the ore of zinc is zinc blende, mostly which is zinc sulfide, and is crushed and put into water through which air is blown. So what happened? The rock particles sink and the zinc sulfide float in a fort, which is skimmed off and dried. The product of this stage is about 55 to 75% zinc sulfide. Because I told you, I mentioned that these are the ores, the substances, and mainly minerals or rocks. So you separate or first take out zinc sulfide from it. Then zinc sulfide is converted into zinc oxide by heating in a furnace, as I mentioned. So zinc sulfide react with oxygen, gives zinc oxide and sulfur dioxide. Then zinc oxide is mixed with a coke, and it is heated about a temperature so zinc sulfide is converted into zinc oxide by a strong heating in the furnace. So zinc sulfide react with oxygen, gives zinc oxide and sulfur dioxide. And this zinc oxide, then there are different possibilities because the carbon may react with will react with oxygen, gives carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide can react with more coke or more carbon, gives carbon monoxide. And this carbon monoxide is a reducing agent. So what can happen? Zinc oxide can react with carbon. So zinc oxide can react with carbon, give zinc and carbon monoxide. This is one thing. Or what can happen? Zinc oxide can react with carbon monoxide, which is also a good reducing agent, means has tendency to remove oxygen from a substance. So it will form zinc and carbon dioxide. So both possibilities are there, both reactions occur, and the zinc metal produced cools. The metal which is produced here actually in a vapor form. Why? Because the temperature of the furnace is higher than the boiling point of a zinc, so that it will not produce a zinc in a solid state, it will produce a zinc in a gaseous state. So zinc metal produced cool, and carbon monoxide is burned to give more energy, because carbon monoxide can react with oxygen and it can turn into carbon dioxide. Is it clear, this process of extraction of, this is extraction of zinc from zinc blende? Any doubt in this?
No, sir.
So copy this. In exam, you will find a question related to extraction of a zinc, so you should be able to answer. Why we don't add why we don't add a limestone here? Because we don't want to form a slag. Like what happened? This was a furnace. So this is a furnace. We add oxygen, react with carbon, give carbon dioxide. And because zinc which is produced here is a zinc vapor. So these zinc vapor can be cooled down when they're going out from the furnace. So we can collect the zinc and the sand will be left at the bottom of the furnace. Carbon monoxide is harmful because it can reduce the tendency of a blood to absorb oxygen. So carbon monoxide further react with oxygen. Plenty or excess of oxygen is used, so it will convert into carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is also harmful, but it causes.
Sir?
Yes.
The process of rot flotation occurs in this furnace.
No, not in furnace. This is before adding the zinc sulfide to furnace.
Yeah. Okay.
Why we put in water? Because it is not soluble in water. So what happened, like the zinc blend is there, which is mostly zinc sulfide we crush. So we have the pieces of this zinc sulfide and put into water through which air is blown. So what happened in this?
Stick together.
Yeah, the particle basically stick together and we blow the air from the bottom. So when we blow the air from the bottom, this make these particles, the zinc sulfide, this because of air which we blow from the holes at the bottom, from the bottom, is not able to lift the heavy particles such as rocks. So these rocks will remain there and only the lighter zinc sulfide rises to the top. So we skimmed off or we remove the layer from the top, which is zinc sulfide. And then this zinc sulfide is added to, still there are some trace or particles of sand, which is silicon oxide, but mostly it's about 55 to 75% zinc sulfide. So we have ore of zinc, which is called zinc blend. So basically these are minerals or rocks. So what we do, these rocks contain zinc sulfide. Say the yellow part is representing zinc sulfide. So first we crush them, and when we crush, we add to a container, and this container is filled with water. The yellow part is representing the zinc sulfide.
Sir,
And
is it only water or there is also a chemical agent there in the water?
water is there. So we add air, we blow the air through these holes. So when the air will push this zinc sulfide to the top. So zinc sulfide will be there at the top. So we skimmed off or we remove that layer. And the solid, the heavy rocks will remain at the base. Finish writing this extraction of zinc from zinc blend. Actually, carbon monoxide burning is not the last step. It's what happened because we want to increase the temperature of the furnace. So the first step is also the formation of carbon dioxide. When we add a coke react with oxygen, give carbon dioxide. Because the formation of a carbon dioxide is exothermic reaction that increases the temperature of the furnace. That's how a strong heating is done. The last step, what it's mentioned, that the carbon monoxide which is produced here further react or burn to give out carbon dioxide, so further help in reducing a cost. Otherwise, we have to supply the energy continuously burning the carbon to produce heat. So this formation of a carbon monoxide help in reducing the cost of the running cost of the furnace or cost of extraction. So the carbon, because carbon monoxide further react with oxygen, that also leads to a formation of carbon dioxide. But initially, how the temperature of the furnace is increased by reaction between coke or carbon and oxygen. So a question related to extraction of a zinc. Structure question. Zinc is extracted from an ore called zinc blende, which mainly consists of zinc sulfide. Zinc sulfide in the ore is first converted to zinc oxide. Describe how a zinc oxide is made from zinc sulfide. It's only a 1 mark question. What's the answer? How a zinc
By
sulfide
reacting
convert
it with oxygen.
by heating or reacting with oxygen or air. You can also mention air. I will show the answer key or marking scheme as well as a reference so that you can identify what should be the correct answer. So you can see here roast or heat or reacting with oxygen. So roast and heat in air or roast and heat in oxygen, both are the correct answers. Yes, you can mention at high temperature or supply heat energy. The next part, write a chemical equation for reaction in A1. What is the reaction in A1? So what happens? The zinc sulfide reacted with oxygen gives zinc oxide plus sulfur dioxide. But whenever, why there are 2 marks here? Because you always write 1 mark is for correct products, reactant and products, and second mark is for the balance equation. So equation should be balanced. You should always write a balance equation. So what is the balance equation here?
2ZnS 3O2.
So we'll give 2 zinc oxide and 2 sulfur dioxide. So this was a balance equation. Zinc sulfide reacted with oxygen gives zinc oxide plus sulfur dioxide. Then the last part, part B. Zinc oxide is converted into zinc. The zinc oxide and coke are fed into a furnace. A hot air is blown into the bottom of the furnace. Zinc has a melting point of 420 and its boiling point is 907. The temperature inside the furnace is 1000. Explain how zinc oxide is converted into zinc. Your answer should include a detail how heat is produced, an equation for all reactions you described. This is a 3-mark question. So first, how we extract, how we produce a heat energy. So heat energy is produced by reaction with carbon and oxygen. So here, heat is produced by reaction of burning of a coke and oxygen. So carbon react with oxygen, it will give carbon dioxide. And the reaction is exothermic. Then what happened? Because second thing, the carbon dioxide may react with more carbon to produce carbon monoxide. And this carbon monoxide is a good reducing agent. So carbon monoxide react with zinc, it will give Carbon monoxide react with zinc oxide, it will give zinc metal and carbon dioxide. Yes, you don't have to write all the equation, only 3 equations. And in all the equations, you should mention how carbon dioxide is produced, how carbon monoxide is produced, and the third one, how zinc oxide react with. So the first equation, carbon react with oxygen, gives carbon dioxide. The second equation, carbon dioxide react with more carbon to produce carbon monoxide. And the third equation, zinc oxide react with carbon monoxide to give zinc plus carbon dioxide. And what is the purpose? The first equation is to produce the heat energy. The second equation is to produce carbon monoxide. And the third equation to reduce the zinc oxide to zinc. Next question is why the zinc produced inside the furnace is a gas. What's the reason why the zinc produces a gas? Yeah, the answer is because the temperature of the furnace is higher than the boiling point of a zinc. That's why zinc produces in a gaseous state. Name the physical change for a conversion of gaseous zinc into molten zinc. What we call when a gaseous zinc converts into molten zinc? When gas changes to liquid. Yeah, this is refers to condensation. Is it clear? The question related to extraction of zinc, also done in a blast furnace so that the temperature is higher, reaction can occur. At low temperature or room temperature, this extraction cannot be done. Any doubt in this?